Today on Get the Dish, we're uncovering the secret behind Georgetown Cupcake's red velvet cupcake so you can recreate it at home. Join us on Get the Dish. Find out the secrets behind signature dishes from famous eateries and how you can recreate them at home. Known for their unique cupcake combinations and over 100 flavors on the menu like mint cookies and cream, salted caramel, and lemon berry, you might recognize Georgetown Cupcake from their TLC show, DC Cupcakes. All right, red velvet is your signature cupcake. What is the secret behind your delicious cupcake?
Well, we use the best ingredients, and for red velvet, the moist texture and the vanilla cream cheese frosting, people are obsessed with it. And we decorate each of our red velvet cupcakes with a beautiful fondant heart on top. And there's something very special about it. It's very personal. You know, you can't help but smile when you're like looking at a red velvet cupcake.
Let's get started.
Okay, great. So I'm going to tell you all our secrets. So before we get started, we want to preheat our oven to 350 and get that ready to go. We're going to start out by taking 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Okay, so we're going to add the butter to the mixer, and it's important to use butter that's at room temperature because it's nice and soft. And in fact, all of our ingredients, it's best to have them at room temperature before you start. We're ready to add our sugar, so we're going to add 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, and we're going to cream our butter and sugar together for about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's nice and light and fluffy.
All right, so it looks like it's about done.
Yep, the butter and sugar look light and fluffy. It's perfect. So now we're ready to add our eggs, and we're going to add them on low speed, slowly one by one.
Great.
You want to take your time and go slow and be very gentle with your batter. That really is the true key to having nice and light and fluffy, moist cupcakes.
All right, Sophie, so the next step is really going to give the cupcakes that flavor and color.
That's right. So in a small bowl, we're going to add 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 4 tablespoons of no taste or food coloring, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we love to use pure vanilla extract.
Ooh,
and we're gonna whisk it all together. Okay, this looks fantastic. So we're ready to add this to our batter.
There's that beautiful color.
Yeah. Okay, it looks good.
Great, so what do we do next?
Okay, so we're ready to add our wet and dry ingredients. We're gonna start by adding a teaspoon of salt to 1.5 cups of whole milk. And we have 3 1/4 cups of sifted all-purpose flour. If you don't have a rotary sifter at home, a neat trick is to use a whisk. So we're gonna turn it on low speed with the mixer, and you can add a little bit of flour, and I will follow with a little bit of milk.
Great.
And it's very important to add your wet and dry ingredients a third at a time, alternating, because again, we wanna keep that air in the batter.
All right, so we're gonna put the last bit of that flour and then the remaining milk.
This is the final step of making red velvet cupcakes, and our secret ingredient is apple cider vinegar. And we're gonna add that right to our 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. We're gonna mix it together and quickly add it to our batter.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up. This is the fun part of making red velvet. Just dump it right in. We're gonna mix it one last time. Okay, so it looks like our cupcake batter is ready to scrape into the pans. And the trick we use is using an ice cream scoop. This will make sure that each cupcake is exactly the same size.
So that they all bake evenly.
Yeah, exactly, yep. And you're gonna scoop it right in.
All right, Sophie, so since this is your signature cupcake, how many of these do you sell at each of your stores?
We sell about 3,000 red velvet cupcakes each day across all our locations and our shipping, so we ship our cupcakes nationwide. And this is by far the most popular flavor at our bakery.
Even though you have over 100 flavors to choose from.
That's right, people keep coming back to the red velvet. We're gonna bake these for 18 to 20 minutes, and we're gonna put a toothpick in to see if it comes out clean. When it's out clean, you know they're ready. This recipe is gonna make 18 to 24 cupcakes.
Okay, Sophie, now it's time for the frosting. Some people come here just to get the cream cheese frosting. How do we make it?
It's super easy. It's 4 ingredients, and we have 6 ounces of cream cheese here. This is regular cream cheese, but if you want to use low-fat cream cheese, you can definitely use low-fat too.
But why would you?
Exactly. And you've got 1/2 stick of unsalted butter. We want to cream these together at medium to high speed, so it's nice and light and fluffy. And while that's mixing, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract.
All right, so now we're gonna add the sugar.
Yes, we've got 4 cups of sifted confectioner's sugar, and we're gonna add it little bit by little bit so it doesn't explode all over the place.
And it looks like our frosting is just about ready, so it should be nice and whipped.
Beautiful. So we're ready to put it into our piping bag. We like to use disposable plastic piping bags fitted with large round metal tips. If you don't have a large round metal tip or a piping bag, you can definitely use a plastic freezer bag, Ziploc bag, and just snip the tip and do without the metal end.
Easy.
Yep.
And I always tell people at
bag.
home, if you don't have 2 people in the kitchen, put this inside of a vase or a jar so it'll stay upright for you, and then that's how you fill it.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, Sophie, so these cupcakes have been cooling for about 15 minutes. They're at room temperature. Now we get to learn how to make that signature swirl.
Okay, we're gonna start in the middle, go around in a circle, and end with a burst of pressure, just like that.
All right.
Beautiful. Oh my God, you did a great job.
I did it!
Yeah, and we've got these little fondant hearts that we punch out by hand. There you go.
Okay, Sophie, I am dying to dig into the red velvet cupcake. It looks so beautiful. I can't believe that we can make these at home. Sophie, this cupcake is so good, from the moist cake to the fluffy, creamy frosting.
There's a reason why it's our #1 bestseller.
Thank you so much for teaching us how to make Georgetown Cupcake red velvet cupcake.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time we get the dish on Pop Sugar Food.